In this video, I'm breaking down one of the best and most explosive offenses in Madden 25. This offense is incredibly hard to stop with return routes, unique routes nobody knows that destroy zone, and fade routes that torch defenses. We'll be going over the formation, gun tie open in the Patriots and Browns offensive playbook. So let's break down this insane offense so you can start dominating and winning more games. This is one of our base pass plays out of the formation, gun tie open. The play is bench throw return, and you always want the running back to be on the short side of the field. Now for the adjustments, all we're gonna do is motion over the outside receiver on the running back side, then we're gonna put him on a drag route. Then we're gonna put the middle receiver on that bunch look on a streak. Then we're gonna put the solo wide receiver on the running back side on an in route and custom stem him up 2 times with the D-pad. And we can do that by pressing wire triangle, pressing the receiver's icon, holding LB or L1, then pressing the D-pad up 2 times. So the play should look like this. Now your first read in the play is the drag route, and you're gonna see if there's open space and there's no flat, we can hit that drag with a pass lead to the outside to get some easy yards. Now the drag is also very good against man coverage, so we're gonna set up the play against man coverage and show you how good that drag route can be against man. So you're gonna see here, I'm gonna snap the ball, and against man, we can pass lead that to the outside away from the defenders for an easy gain and get up the field, and don't go out of bounds like I did right there. You wanna keep going up the field. Now your next read in the play is the return route, and the return is one of the best routes in the game because it destroys man or zone. So I'm going to snap the ball here, and if there's open space in the middle of the field, we can hit that drag, or that return route, with a pass lead in stride to the outside, and we can get a rack catch up the field for easy yards. And the return is also very good at beating man defense. So we're gonna set up man defense here, and we're gonna set up the offensive play. We're gonna put the solo receiver on an in route. We're going to custom stem him up, and then we're gonna snap the ball. And you're gonna see the return is able to gain a ton of separation, and with a pass lead up, away from the defenders, we can get some easy yards on the play with a rack catch to our return route receiver. Now the third read in the play is the solo wide receiver on a dig route or a deep in, and you're gonna see that at the snap against zone defense, we can hit that in the middle of the field, and we can pass lead that in stride to the outside for an easy gain against zone. Now it also could gain separation versus man defense, and you're gonna see once I set up the play that we'll be able to create some separation. And I'm gonna snap the ball here, and you're gonna see that the in route, even with 83 speed, can create a lot of separation with a pass lead to the outside and get a lot of yards. So this is a very powerful play, and we're in the formation gun tie open. This is a very good pass play out of the formation gun tie open. The play is bench throw return, and you always want the running back on the short side of the field. Now for the adjustments, you're going to put the outside receiver on the running back side on a streak, then you're going to put the running back on a flat, then you're going to take the inside receiver on the non-running back side and motion him over, and you're going to custom stem his route up 2 times with the D-pad. You can do that by pressing wire triangle, pressing the receiver's icon, then holding LB or L1, then you're going to press the D-pad up 2 times, so 1, 2, and then that route should look something like this. Now at the snap, your first read is the running back flat, and if there's no flats, we can pass lead that ball up and to the outside for an easy gain to the running back, and we want to make sure that we make the defense respect the flats. Now the second read in the play is the corner route by the inside receiver, and well, actually now the middle receiver once we motion that player over, and you're going to see against the zone defense, we're going to be able to hit this corner route towards the out of bounds for an easy toe tap catch on the sidelines, and you could pass lead that ball down away from that deep zone defender. Now your third read in the play is the return route, and the return does very well against man or zone defense. So we're going to see against zone defense, if there is open space in the middle of the field, we can pass lead that ball up, and we can get some easy yards to the return. Now we're gonna go to man defense, and I'm gonna show you how this return is able to beat man defense. So we're gonna set up the play, and you're gonna see against man that this return can create separation, and we can pass lead that ball towards the outside and get an easy gain with the return route because it beats man or zone. Now your last read in the play is this route by the inside receiver on the non-running back side that we're motioning over. And again, you want to custom stem that route 2 times up because it does a very good job of finding open space in a cover 4 zone. So if you're playing cover 4 like this, what we can do is wait for our last read if everything else is guarded, and we can hit that in the middle of the field just like that, and we can even come back to the ball with the receiver to make sure that the deep zones can't make a play on the ball. So this play is very, very good and super unique, and it's very tough to guard because we have that flood concept on the right with the return and then that kind of stopping route that's in the deep middle portion of the field. So it's a very good play in the formation gun tie open. This is a dominant passing setup out of the formation gun tie open. We're in the play bench throw return, and you always want the running back on the short side of the field. Now for the adjustments, what we're gonna do is put the outside receiver on the running back side on a flat. Then we're going to put the inside receiver on the running back side on an in route and custom stem him up 2 times with the D-pad, and we can do that by pressing wire triangle, pressing the receiver's icon, then holding LB or L1, and then pressing the D-pad up 2 times, so 1, 2, and that is what the in route should be looking like on the field. Now the last adjustment is to simply put the inside receiver on the non-running back side on a slant, so the play should look like this. Now your first read in the play is the flat, and if there's no flat zone on the field, we can pass lead that up and hopefully get a better rack animation and get up the field for easy yards. And remember, if there's no flats, you always want to take that flat to make the defense respect the flat zones. Now your second read in the play is the slant route, and the slant is very good against man or zone defense. Against zone, there'll sometimes be an open pocket in the middle of the field, and you can just pass lead that in stride into the outside to that receiver for an easy gain against zone defense. Now against man defense, what you're gonna see is that the slant could also gain a lot of separation. So I'm gonna set up the play here. I'm gonna snap the ball, and you're gonna see against man, we're able to create a ton of separation. I don't know what my in route did right there, but the slant did very, very well against man coverage, and we were able to pass lead that to the outside for an easy gain. Now your third read in the play is the return route, and the return, again, is one of the best plays or one of the best routes in the entire game. Against zone, if there's open space in the middle of the field, we can pass lead it to the outside for a super easy gain to the return. Now against man, it also destroys that defense, or just man defense in general. And so we're gonna set up the play, and you're going to see that when I snap the ball, the return will destroy man defense, and we can pass lead that up and get up the field with a rack catch to our return route receiver for a huge gain down the field after the catch. Now your last read is the in route by the inside receiver on the running back side, and I like this route versus zone defense because it does a very good job of finding the soft spot in the zone, and you can pass lead that to the outside for an easy gain to the in route. So this is a very powerful play out of the formation gun tie open, and once again, we're in the play bench swirl return. This is an overpowered play out of the formation gun tie open. The play is bench swirl return, and you always want the running back on the short side of the field. Now for the adjustments, we're going to put the running back on a streak, then we're going to put the outside receiver on the running back side on a flat, then we're going to put the inside receiver on the running back side on a post route, and we're going to custom stem him down once with the D-pad. So we can do that by pressing wire triangle, then pressing the receiver's icon, then holding LB or L1, and then pressing the D-pad down 1 time. So then the post should look like that. Then lastly, all you're going to do is put the inside receiver on the non-running back side on a streak. So the play should look like this. Now your first read in the play is the flat, and if there's no flats on the field, we can pass lead that up, hopefully get a good rack animation, and we can get some easy yards by throwing to the flat and making the defense respect the flats. Now your second read is the running back streak, and the running back streak is very good against zone coverage. So we're going to snap the ball here, and if there's open space in that area of the field, we can hit the running back with a pass lead that time inside and up away from that deep zone, and we were able to get some easy yards to the running back. Now your third read is the return route, and the return is very good against man or zone. So we're going to set up the play, and you're going to see against zone defense, if there's open area in the middle of the field, we can pass lead that ball up, and we can rack catch that and get a ton of yards to that return route. And against man defense, you're going to see, once I set up the play, that the return will be very, very good and create a lot of separation for us to get some easy yards with the pass lead that time to the inside, and we were able to get a ton of yards on the play to the return. So the return is very deadly, and it's a very good route. Now your fourth read is the tight end post, and the tight end post is very, very good against man or zone, and against zone defense, you're going to be able to hit this in the middle of the field because this streak won't be able to pull back any deep outside thirds or quarters, so you really want to look at this route to be hit in the middle of the field, and you want to pass lead it down away from the deep zones. So you're going to see here, we're able to hit that in the middle of the field with a pass lead down and come back to the ball with the tight end to make sure that there were no pass disruptions. Now the post is also very good at beating man defense, and you're going to see that against man defense, we're going to be able to create a ton of separation once I set up the play, and we can pass lead this ball to the outside, and there was some bumping there, but we were able to create a ton of separation there, and we got some easy yards to the tight end post. So this play is very good against man or zone, and again, we're in the formation gun tight open. Now we're gonna go over the play wide cross. This is one of our base pass plays out of the formation gun tight open. The play is wide cross, and you always want the running back side to be on the short side of the field. Now for the adjustments, we're gonna put the outside receiver on the running back side on a flat. We're going to put the inside receiver on the running back side on a drag. Then we're going to put a streak on the running back, and then lastly, we're going to put the inside receiver on the non-running back side on a corner. Then we're going to custom stem that corner all the way down, and we can do that by pressing Y or triangle, pressing the receiver's icon, then holding LB or L1, and then you can move the left stick down until the corner reaches the line of scrimmage, just like that. So the play should look like this. Now your first read in the play is the wide receiver on a flat, and if the flats are open, we want to pass lead that ball up to the receiver and hopefully get a better rack animation and then get the ball up the field. And remember, if that flat is open, you want to take it every single time to make the defense respect the flats. Now your second read is the running back streak, and the running back streak could get open versus a zone defense, and you're going to see when I snap the ball here, if there's open room in that seam, we can pass lead the ball outside away from that linebacker for an easy gain to keep moving the chains. Now your third read in the play will be the drag route that is ran by the tight end, and this drag can be really good against zone or man, and if you see open space in the short middle area of the field, we can hit that drag every single time and get up the field for an easy gain. Now the drag is also very good at beating man defense, and you're gonna see once I set up the play that the drag will be able to create separation underneath for an easy gain, and right there you see a little bump happened, which could happen in an actual game, but you saw we created separation, and with a pass lead up or to the outside, depending on where the defenders are, you can rack catch that ball and get easy yards on the drag. Now your next read in the play will be the inside receiver on the non-running back side that is running the corner route, and the corner could get open versus zone or man, and you're gonna see against zone that this fade route can push back any outside thirds or outside quarters. So I'm gonna snap the ball here, and you're gonna see that the corner will get open, all because of that fade route pushing back the deep zones. And normally I like pass leading that ball down, and sometimes you don't even need to freeform it. It's just left stick down, press the receiver's icon, and you can possession catch that ball on the sidelines. Now that corner route also beats man coverage, so we're going to put man coverage on the field. We're gonna set up the play, and you're gonna see that the corner route will be able to beat man coverage with a pass lead up, and our receivers just don't want to play football today. So let's just do this again. Let's set up the play. Let's go to man coverage. Here we go. And now you're going to see again that we're going to beat that man coverage, and you can pass lead that ball up, and you can get an easy rack catch for a lot of yards to that corner. So this is a really powerful play out of the formation, gun tight open, and I would run it against zone, and it even has some man beaters in case the defense is in man coverage. This passing setup destroys zone coverage, and we're in the formation gun tight open, running the play Y cross. And you always want to be sure you have the running back on the short side of the field. Now for the adjustments, all you're going to do is put the outside receiver on the running back side on a hitch. You're going to put the running back on a flat, and then you're going to custom stem the inside receiver on the non-running back side all the way down, and you can do that by pressing Y or triangle, then the receiver's icon, then hold LB or L1 and move the left stick all the way down until the route reaches its minimum level. Now your first read in the play is the running back flat, and if the defense does not have flats on the field, we can pass lead that ball up or outside, depending on where the defense is, and you can get up the field for an easy gain. Your next read in the play is the hitch route, and the hitch is very good against cover 3 or cover 4, even if they shade down. So you're gonna see right here that I'm in a cover 4, and I'm gonna shade underneath. to make the defense have hard flats and the hook curls to play a little bit lower. And you're going to see that a cover 4 shaded down does not play this hitch route at all, and it's the same thing in cover 3. So if your defense or if your opponent is running cover 4 or cover 3, you can hit that hitch every single time. Now your next read in the play will be the out route. That is ran by the inside receiver on the non-running back side. And once again, if there is no flat on the field, we can pass lead that to the outside, rat catch it, and get upfield for an easy gain to keep moving the chains. Now, once again, if there are no flats, you want to hit those flats every time to make the defense respect the flats. Now, your fourth read will be the crossing route that is ran by the tight end. So I have the play set up here, and you're going to see that this tight end crossing route could get open on the sidelines just like this, and you can pass lead that to the outside and possession catch it on the sidelines. Now the cool thing about that crossing route is that it also beats man coverage. So once I set up the play here we go. I'm going to snap the ball, and let's see if, there we go. The tight end created a lot of separation. You can pass lead that to the outside and in stride to that tight end, rat catch it, and get a lot of easy yards to that crossing route. Now that's an extremely powerful passing setup out of the formation gun tight open, and I definitely would use it when you're running this scheme. This is a really overpowered passing setup in the formation gun tight open. The play is Y cross, and you always want the running back to be on the short side of the field. Now for the adjustments, we're going to take the outside receiver on the running back side, and we're going to motion him over and put him on a streak. And now we have a bunch look on that left side of the field. The next adjustment is to put the point receiver on that bunch look on a drag, and then you're going to put the running back on an in route, and now the play should look like this. And your first read in the play will be the seam streak by the innermost bunch receiver. And you're gonna really look at this right off the bat because we wanna hit the seam. So we're gonna snap the ball, and if the seams are open, we can hit him right there, and we can possession catch that ball before the deep safety is able to make a play on the pass. Now your next read after the seam streak will be the drag route, and the drag is very good against man or zone. So we're going to snap the ball, and if there is space underneath, we can hit that drag right away underneath and get up the field for an easy gain and hopefully a first down to keep moving the chains. Now the drag is also very, very good at beating man coverage. So we're going to set up the play, and I'm going to show you man coverage here. And we're going to snap this ball, and you're going to see that against man coverage, the drag can create separation, and we can pass lead that ball to the outside, rat catch it, and again, get the chains moving for huge gains throwing to that drag route. Your third read in the play is the running back in route, and the running back in route is very, very good against man or zone. You're going to see here that if there's no flats on the field, we can pass lead that ball in stride to the outside and get a rat catch for some easy yards to keep moving the chains. Now against man coverage, you're going to see that the in route by the running back will be able to create separation the majority of the time. So we're going to snap the ball here, and you're going to see the in route has a little bit of separation. We can lead that ball to the outside and get as many yards as possible. And just remember that running back is not very fast, so if you have a faster running back, he'll be able to create more separation. Now your fourth read in the play is the fade route, and the reason your fourth read is this fade route is because against a cover 2 zone, so let me go to cover 2 real quick. Against a cover 2 zone, this could be a one-play touchdown to that fade route with a pass lead to the outside, and that's all because that seam streak by the inside bunch receiver will push back or push the deep half towards the middle of the field. So we're going to see he kind of makes the deep half either go towards the middle of the field or just stay even between these two receivers. And then with a pass lead to the outside, we can get this fade route wide open for a one-play touchdown, just like we had there. Now your fifth read in the play will be the crossing route. So I'm going to set up the play here, and you're going to see that the crossing route once again can beat man or zone defense. So I'm going to snap the ball here, and you'll see that the crossing route could get open in this portion of the field. You can pass lead that ball in stride to the outside for an easy gain. Now the tight end crosser is also very good at beating man defense. So we're going to go to man defense here, and then I'm going to set up the play. I'm going to put this receiver on a streak, put the middle receiver on a drag, the running back on an in route, and you're going to see that against man coverage, that crossing route can create a lot of separation with a pass lead to the outside. and you can get some easy yards with that crossing route. So this play is super powerful because it has a ton of routes that beat man or zone. So if you don't know what your opponent is running, you can go to this play because it really beats a lot of the defenses that you'll see online. This is a super powerful passing setup out of the formation gun tight open. The play is Y cross, and you always want the running back to be on the short side of the field. Now for the adjustments, what we're going to do is put the running back on a blocking assignment, then we're going to put the outside receiver on the running back side on a drag, then we're going to put the inside receiver on the non-running back side also on a drag. So the play should look like this. Now your first two reads are the two drag routes, and now when you snap the ball, you just want to throw it to whatever drag route is open, and you can pass lead that to the outside and get a really good rack catch to that drag route. Now drag routes are also very good man beaters because they create a lot of separation. So I'm going to go to man coverage here, then I'm going to set up the offensive play. Once again, the play should look like this. Then I'm going to snap the ball, and you're going to see whatever drag route is more open, we can pass lead the ball to the outside and get a few yards. And again, our receivers on the Patriots are not very fast, but they could create some separation. Now let's just go through that one more time because I still think we could create even more separation than we did right there. So here we go. There's the play. Then we're going to read the drag routes, and we see right there that this receiver created a ton of separation, and with a pass lead to the outside, once again, you can rack catch it and get up the field to keep moving the chains. Now your third read in the play is the tight end crosser, and the tight end crosser is very good against zone or man. You're going to see against zone, you can hit this right in the middle of the field just like that with a pass lead again outside, and you can get some easy yards to that crossing route. Now it also beats man coverage, so we're going to go to man coverage again, and you're going to see once I set up the play that the tight end, I just did something wrong there. So yep, the play should look like this. Then I'm going to snap the ball, and you're going to see the tight end crosser could create separation just like that with another pass lead to the outside. And the cool thing about that route is that it's really good because it beats man or zone, and my tight end is only 83 speed, so even with a lower overall tight end, we were still able to create separation. So this is a super powerful pass play out of the formation gun tight open, and I definitely recommend running it when running this scheme. Now let's go over the play mesh clear out. This is a super good pass play out of the formation gun tight open. The play is mesh clear out, and you always want the running back to be on the short side of the field. Now for the adjustments, all you're going to do is motion the inside receiver on the non-running back side over and put him on a drag. Then you're going to put the solo wide receiver on the opposite side of the running back on a streak. Then you're going to put the middle receiver on that bunch look on a post, and you're going to custom stem him down one time with the D-pad. And you can do that by pressing Y or triangle, pressing the receiver's icon, then holding LB or L1, and then the D-pad down just one time. So the play or the post should look like this. Then you're going to put the outside receiver on the running back side on a streak. So then after all those adjustments, the play should look like this. Now your first read in the play is this unique wheel route by the running back quick. So if there's no flats, you can give it to the running back, and you can get some easy yards to the running back and make the defense respect the flats, because if they don't respect the flats, they can open or they can guard other areas. Now your second read in the play is the drag route, and the drag is very good against zone because it can get underneath the linebackers. So we're going to snap the ball here, and you're going to see that the drag can get open just like that, and you can pass lead him to the outside and get some extra yards after the catch. Now drag routes are also very good against man defense, so we're going to set up the play once again, and you're going to see after I set up the play, the drag is going to be able to create separation, and with a pass lead all the way to the outside, we can catch that ball in stride and get some easy yards after the catch. So the drag is very good against man or zone. Your third read in the play is the post route by that middle receiver, and you're going to see that this post is very good at getting open in the middle of the field, and you can pass lead this ball down and away from those deep safeties, and you want to come back to the ball just to make sure you don't let the deep zones make any pass disruptions. Now the post is also very good at beating man defense, so you're going to see that against man defense, once I set up the offensive play, that we'll be able to create a lot of separation. So we're going to custom stem him down one time, and the play will look like this. And you're going to see at the snap of the ball, we're going to be able to create some separation with a pass lead outside, and we can go aggressive catch that with our post receiver for an easy catch against man coverage. Your last read in the play is going to be the wheel route by the running back, but it's going to be late in the play. And the reason it's late is because it takes longer to develop, and it's very good against any zone coverage that's shaded down with a hard flat. So you're going to see here that this play or this route will get open, and you can pass lead this outside towards the running back for an easy gain, which will be underneath the deep zones and over top of the flats. Now the wheel route is also very good at beating man coverage, and you're going to see once I set up the play and then put the defense in man coverage that we're going to have a wide open pass deep down the field to the wheel route with a pass lead up, just like that, and you can rack catch this for a one-play touchdown. So this play has a lot of unique routes, including that cool wheel route. So if you use it, definitely be sure you go through your read progressions because you'll definitely have something open. That is the scheme out of Gun Tie Open. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.